Come for the cute and cuddly animation, stay for the lifelong trauma. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 terrifying deaths in animated movies. For this list, we'll be looking at the most horrifying deaths that scarred children for life in animated movies. We'll be excluding Disney films, which is another list. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10, The Iron Giant.
You stay, I go.
It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Iron Giant intercepting a nuclear weapon. In an effort to save the town of Rockwell from destruction, the metal-eating robot makes the ultimate sacrifice when he collides with a missile launched by the US military. Much like Superman, whose heroic deeds help inspire this noble act, the Giant is a living weapon who chooses to use his powers to protect the innocent. While heroic, his death is also incredibly sad, as we witness it through the eyes of 11-year-old Hogarth Hughes, the Giant's best friend and the only person who doesn't think he's a monster.
Superman.
Thankfully, the film's final shot shows that even a nuclear blast won't keep this giant down. Number 9, Agatha Prendergast, Paranorman.
I know your name is Agatha Prendergast.
What?
And I know you're probably tired, right? Because, it's really late and it's been a long night.
First appearances aren't what they seem in this underrated dark fantasy film from acclaimed animation studio Laika. In his attempt to lift a witch's curse on his hometown of Blythe Hollow, young Norman Babcock discovers a terrifying truth. The vengeful witch is actually an innocent little girl. In a gut-wrenching flashback sequence, Norman discovers that little Aggie Prendergast was a medium like himself who lived in Blythe Hollow with her mother in the 1700s.
I was only playing.
I, with fire. You were speaking with the dead.
Wait,
I'll not risk damnation on these good people.
Mistaking her ability to speak to the dead for witchcraft, the townsfolk put Aggie on trial and sentenced her to death. Killed by religious zealots just for being different, it's easy to understand why this sweet little girl became a vengeful monster in death. Number 8, Michelle's Parents, Once Upon a Forest. This oft-overlooked film's environmental message is hammered home early on with a pair of tragic deaths. After an overturned tanker truck spews poison gas into the forest of Dapplewood, the young badger Michelle rushes home to make sure her parents are okay.
Michelle, wait! No!
In a panic, Michelle enters her gas-infested home, prompting her friend Abigail to go in after her. Warned by Michelle's uncle Cornelius not to breathe in the gas, Abigail saves her friend, but can do nothing for Michelle's parents, whom she finds dead in their kitchen. The sight of Michelle's father slumped over the kitchen table and her mother sprawled out on the floor is a haunting image, especially for a film that refers to its characters as furlings.
Michelle!
Number 7, Edwina, Chicken Run. Rule number 1 about prison escapes: not everyone makes it out alive. Then again, it would be a lot worse for the Tweety Farm chickens if they stayed put. Before Rocky the Rooster arrives and inspires the chickens to make a break for it, the doom hanging over them is illustrated by poor Edwina.
Edwina. Bunty, why didn't you give us some of yours?
After failing to lay eggs, the hen is singled out by the evil Mr. Tweety, who snatches her by the neck and hands her off to his equally sinister wife. Mrs. Tweety takes Edwina to a shed and, in silhouette, we see her bring down an axe on a chopping block. While Edwina's death occurs off-screen, the later shot of chicken bones on the Tweety dinner table leaves no doubt about her fate. Number 6, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Did you get up?
Yeah. Yeah, I always get up.
Even in a film overloaded with Spider-Men and women, losing even one of them is a lot to take in. When Miles Morales stumbles upon Peter Parker, there's every hint that the elder Spider-Man will become an important mentor for the young aspiring hero. Sadly, that possibility is tragically cut off when Peter falls in battle and is ruthlessly executed by the Kingpin.
And it won't work. They're gone.
It's so sudden and unexpected that for a brief moment, it's easy to think Peter somehow survived. Unfortunately, the next scene leaves no doubt as to Peter's fate, as Mary Jane is shown delivering a public eulogy for her dead husband. Although this particular universe gains a new Spider-Man in Miles, the death of Peter Parker hits hard.
But in our own way, we are all Spider-Man.
Number 5. Stoick, How to Train Your Dragon 2. When you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. During a heated battle against the ruthless dragon trapper, Drago Bloodfist, Hiccup's loyal Night Fury Toothless is turned against his friend. Under the control of Drago's mind-controlling Bewilderbeast, Toothless launches a fatal plasma bolt at Hiccup, who's saved at the last moment by his father Stoick.
Hiccup! Son! Dad! No!
Unfortunately, the burly Viking is no match for Dragonfire and succumbs to his injuries. In his grief, Hiccup drives Toothless away, as the knowledge that his own dragon killed his father is too much to bear.
Get away from him! Go on, get out of here!
Having just reunited Stoick with his long-lost wife Valka, Hiccup's desire to have both his parents in the picture goes up in smoke with his father's passing.
I know that you've taken your rightful place at the table of kings. For a great man has fallen.
Number 4. Littlefoot's Mother, The Land Before Time. Many animated movies depict children losing a parent, but very few offer up scenes as emotionally traumatic as the death of Littlefoot's mother. After witnessing his mother fight off the vicious Sharptooth, young Longneck Littlefoot is separated from her during a massive earthquake. As a nightly downpour rolls in, Littlefoot finds his mother slumped on a pile of rocks, struggling to breathe and close to death.
Please get up.
I'm not sure I can, Littlefoot.
Distraught, Littlefoot begs her to get up, but slowly realizes the truth as his mother tells him she'll always be with him.
I'll be with you. Even if you can't see me.
As the camera pulls out, viewers are left with the haunting image of a son losing his mother, a reminder that at some point we'll all face a world without our parents in it. Number 3. Optimus Prime, The Transformers, the movie.
Run, Blaster! Save yourself!
A good leader brings out the best in his or her followers, but they shouldn't have to die to make it happen. Through Optimus Prime, an entire generation of kids found out the hard way what true leadership looks like. In a shocking first-act twist, the Autobot leader sustains life-threatening injuries in a battle with his arch-nemesis Megatron.
Prime, you can't die!
Do not grieve.
Instead of making a miraculous recovery, Optimus dies surrounded by his friends. With his dying breath, Optimus passes down the matrix of leadership to a young Autobot named Hot Rod, who seems ill-equipped to follow in Prime's footsteps.
I shall pass the matrix of leadership as it was passed to me. But Prime, I'm just a soldier.
While Optimus was resurrected the following year in the Transformers TV series, his death would leave a lasting impact for decades to come.
And use the power of the matrix to light our darkest hour.
Number 2. Charlie B. Barkin, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Although the movie's title says it all, there's really no way to properly prepare for watching a cartoon dog die. After escaping from the pound, Charlie B. Barkin is betrayed by his former business partner, Carface Carruthers.
Take Charlie out back with a big surprise.
Carface and his accomplice Killer get Charlie drunk, blindfold him on a dock, and hurtle a runaway car at him, knocking the poor dog into the water.
Can't keep a good dog down!
It's unclear if Charlie's cause of death is from the impact of getting hit by a car or from drowning. Either way, Charlie winds up at the pearly gates, but that doesn't excuse the fact that viewers just watched an intoxicated German Shepherd get run over by a car. Are we sure this is a movie made for kids?
Oh, not to worry, Charlie. You'll go to heaven. All dogs go to heaven because, unlike people, dogs are naturally good.
Before we unveil our most heartbreaking number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. So Many Dead Rabbits, Watership Down. Featuring shocking scenes of violence against bunnies, this infamous animated movie has terrified adults and children alike for decades. In fact, no less than 63 rabbits die on screen over the course of the movie's runtime. Rather than settle on one scene in particular, here are a few disturbing standouts.
The air turned bad. Runs blocked with dead bodies. We couldn't get out.
Holly's memory of the Warrens' destruction, which depicts nearly half of the film's total bunny deaths, Bigwig choking on his own blood as he's trapped in a snare, and of course, Bob the dog mauling the attacking Efrefin rabbits. Taken as a whole, these scenes add up to a film that would make even the most violent Disney production blush. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.